Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 1. Today we are going to discuss about Marxist theory as theories of literature class assignment this week. But first, let me introduce our members. The first person is Rafid Al-Ghifari, then Alfanwari, next Citra Anastasia, Dia Ifati Kumara, Fatma Salwawangsa, and Febiana Saroni Ilyas. Let's begin the explanation with the definition of Marxist theory, which will explain by Dia Ifati Kumara. Today, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, moderator. So the definition of Marxist is a social, political, economic theory originated by Karl Marx that focused on the struggle between capitalists and the working class. Marx criticized the exploitation of the working class or proletariat by the capitalist class who own the factories and other resources of national economies. And then there is Marxist criticism. It's concerned with issue of class conflict, wealth, work, and the various ideologies that surround these things. This theory is generally based on class struggle and economics, viewing capitalism as the cause for society's problem. Marxist critic not only study about relation between literature and society, but also have their clearly defined conception of what this relation should be, both in our present society and in the future class society. Next slide, please. Okay, this is what Marxists see or Marxist perspective. First, hierarchy and inequality are normal in Marxist, and then promoting consumption through competition with the neighbor, and then provide a safe haven for only male workers, and individuals have to solve their capacity to make other people money by working in a shop, and the power people seek to maintain this relationship because it means they have a way of controlling other peoples. That is for me. Back to moderator. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dia. Next, we will continue the discussion to some research that using Marxist theory and criticism as example. The first example of this Marxism theory will be explained by Fatwa. The Fatwa, time is yours.
Thank you, moderator. Well, the first example is from a journal from Muhammad Hira. The title is Marxist Criticism on Disney's movie Cinderella. So Marxism here plays a major role in this movie, setting up characters' consciousness toward his or her class differentiation, and social struggle. The capitalism can be seen in this movie because there is the characters who act as the capitalist or upper class rather than another characters which considered as the lower class. The first is between Bruno the dog as the proletariat and Lucifer the cat as bourgeoisie. The first is Lucifer decides how Bruno was treated by Bruno's attitude toward him. So from this skin, we can clearly state that cat and dog was different social class but established in the Cinderella's house. Cat is reference to bourgeoisie and dog is reference to proletariat. The reason why cat and dog were bourgeoisie and proletariat was because the cat, as stated in this theory, that bourgeoisie was the one who has power, even though the one who was made decision whether Bruno sleep on the outside of the room was Cinderella's stepmother, not Lucifer. But Lucifer was the one that played the key role here. It was Lucifer's who really decide how Bruno was treated by his attitude toward him. And the second is Lucifer has all kinds of privilege over by the owner, while Bruno must work hard. From this scene, it's also Marxism oriented because Bruno the dog is proletariat who must work hard and never get a change to play or do something for his own entertainment. On the other side, Lucifer the cat is a bourgeoisie that has all kinds of privilege over by the owner. Sleep in a luxurious bed, delicious food, and treated differently from the other animals. And the third is Lucifer is teasing Bruno's passions, but Bruno cannot take revenge. In the scenes, the bourgeoisie can do whatever they like to proletariat. But when proletariat wanted to harm bourgeoisie, they cannot do it. This scene of interaction between Bruno the dog and Lucifer the cat was a perfect depiction of social class and struggle between these two opposing sides. And the next Marxism that can be seen from this movie is between the Cinderella and her stepmother and stepsister. Cinderella as the proletariat, and whilst her stepmother and stepsister as the bourgeoisies. The first is they humiliate Cinderella who want to go to the ball. This scene implied how her stepsister oppressed Cinderella. Cinderella cannot go to the ball because he was considered as a person who is not worth for such kind of privilege to meet the prince and to attend the ball. And the second is they gave her chores to keep her occupied and cannot continue to make her dress. In this scene was a strong proof that Cinderella was a proletariat in this movie. She always worked day and night, never got a change to pursue what she wanted. The director uses a long shot in order to capture Cinderella and her dress, her dreams, and her obligation. And the last is everyone in the kingdom go to the ball just to see the prince and hope the prince to like them. In this scene, it's the proof that everyone want to do everything only to get the change, to be able to get along with the bourgeoisie class. So proletariat cannot have the same privilege as bourgeoisie. Always work hard and never get a change to pursue what they want. We'll do everything to be in the same level as the bourgeoisie. Thank you. Back to moderator.
Okay, thank you, Fatwa. The next example will be delivered by Alfanwari. Alfanwari, time is yours.
Thank you, moderator. So this is about the story, the lottery. This story is about the traditional ritual, and there exists a condition where capitalist society presses the classes society, and the classes society has no opportunities or rights to protest the condition and tradition that they consider to be a threat. Furthermore, they do nothing to live happily and peacefully. And there was traditional ritual that was usually done by the people of a village to carry on a kind of lottery. It is involving New England villagers to select and to be selected for a lottery, which is finally the selected person will be stoned dead. A man controlled the lottery. The character of Mr. Summer is particularly interesting in this respect. He is given a special responsibility, the position of leading the lottery. And the main ideology in this story is capitalism. There are three persons that run this lottery. First is Mr. Summers. Mr. Summers owns the village's largest business, and he is also the village mayor. Then there is Mr. Graves, the village's second most powerful government official. He is the postmaster. And then finally there is Mr. Martin, who was economically advantageous position of the village grocer. And these three men, identified as the three most powerful men in the village, they run the lottery. When the lottery is not being run, the box is stored in one of their homes or places of business. From this scene, we can clearly state that the main influence of life at that time in this story was the economic and saw society as an opposition between the capitalists and the working class. And there are the capitalist society described in the story is divided into three types. There are first the haves or the bourgeois, and then the have-nots or the proletariat, and then also the powerful and the powerless. And the lottery is an ideological mechanism. The lottery is a short story that describes the oppression done by the capitalist society to the classes society in terms of fulfilling the capitalist society needs and interests. And it serves to reinforce the village hierarchical society order by instilling the villages with unconsciousness for fear that they resist disorder. That's all from me, moderator. Back to moderator.
Okay, thank you, Alfanwari. The next example will be explained by Febiana Shahroni. To Febiana, time is yours.
Thank you, moderator. And about Fitzgerald the Great, Gatsby and Winter Games talk Marxist literary criticism. And the piece in Winter Games, Judy was, this is about class and social ranking. An example about in Winter Games, Judy was extremely disappointed when the man she loved lied to hear about the fact that he was only a poor man and pathetically acted as a rich man. And this is about perceived as media to get what you want and determined by your words. And one main difference between The Great Gatsby and Winter Dreams is that Gatsby still light in his hopes and believe that he might be able to be with Daisy once again when he had become rich. And at the end, the main theme was the importance of social ranking, which was determined by your by one whether it is an reality such as the single love that Gatsby expected to get from Daisy, and or elusive feeling of love that Dexter looked for from Judy. And that's all from me, to my moderator.
Okay, thank you to Febiana. For the last example will be delivered by Rafid Al-Ghifari. To Rafid, time is yours.
Okay, so my example would be a class exploitation in Ron Harash's novel. It's about a Marxist criticism. The example of a Marxist theory can be seen in this novel about the Marxist criticism aims to analyze the social issues of classes exploitation reflected in the novel. The results of this research showed two social classes. They were bourgeois and proletariat. Bourgeois referred to Serena, Pemberton, Buchanan, and Wilkie, who were owner of the timber business, while the proletariat were the workers whose life only depends on bourgeois for employment. Meanwhile, there were four forms of labor exploitation. The first one will be the excessive working hour, like worked 11-hour shift a day and only 15 minutes break. Second one was low salary, like cheap labor and inappropriate wages. And third was bad living condition, like limited and uncomfortable living condition, and live in cheap and rage wooden boxcar. And fourth was hazardous work, like no safety equipment, no manual and dangerous tools, and forced to work in moody ground. Moody ground, and against the extreme cold. That's all from me. Back to moderator.
Okay, thank you, Rafid. So based on the explanation that has been conveyed by my friends earlier, we can conclude that Marxist theory, originated by Karl Marx, focuses on the struggle between capitalist bourgeoisie and the working class proletariat. The research which used Marxist criticism will find out about the struggle between two opposing classes, social ranking, how capitalists praises working class, the differences in privilege between two classes, exploitation of the working class, and other things that related to class conflict, wealth, work, and various ideologies that surrounded these things. So that's all from group 1 about Marxist theory. Thank you for watching. If you have questions, please type it on our learning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.